Hey, what's up, y'all? Tune in, tell a friend the Playboy Comedy Mr. Trey Love is in. I would like to welcome you to Motivational Mondays. Let's get started. Did you maximize your time during this COVID-19 pandemic? What did you get accomplished during the quarantine? Did you just sit around the house and let the days pass you by? Or did you actively pursue your dreams? Please share this with me. I'm going to tell you what I did. I was very active during this quarantine. I mean, I got serious. I got up every single day and I walked for 30 minutes minimum. I mean, like, it was a light jog, you know what I'm saying? But I made sure I got out there and exercised because I learned something with everything I've been through with my health. 30 minutes of cardio a day is excellent for the heart, and that's what you need. So I get out every morning during the quarantine and I walked for 30 minutes, a little light jog, moved around, but I kept myself healthy. I kept my body moving, man, and it's been exciting. It's now a lifestyle and it's a habit, and I'm gonna do it for the duration of my days. I mean, like, every single day of my life, I'm gonna get up and get my walk, because days that I didn't walk or got busy, I was like, whoa, I need to walk today. Dang, I missed my walk. So it's become a habit and my body looks forward to it. I could tell when I'm walking how my legs feel, how my body feels. So that's something that I personally did. Tell you another thing I did. I got in that kitchen. Man, I have cooked everything. You hear me? Steak and mushrooms, mashed potatoes, gravy, steak, like I say, steak with a mushroom gravy. Man, I bought a grill. I'm telling you, my dad taught me how to grill, man. I've been out there on that grill. My ribs came back, magnifique. I had some dope ribs the other day, man. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. God works in mysterious ways. I use this time to slow down on my liquor intake, because for those of you who know, I was a vodka man. Growing up, being young and stupid and wild, I was drinking Hennessy all the time. I was just a Hennessy head. But as I got older, I changed to white liquor, because when you like turn 30, you say, hey, let me cut off these brown liquor, because white liquor has less sugar. So I went to that years ago, and so I've been drinking white for a long time. But now, thanks to a friend that's come into my life, I'm now, and will be for the rest of my life, be drinking wine and champagne and drinks such as that with my day-to-day consumption, because I don't drink every single day, but just during my leisure drinks, instead of let me get a vodka or sex on the beach, I'll now be drinking wine. So let's pop the cork to that. You know what I'm talking about? Last and most definitely not least, the best change that I made during this COVID-19 crisis was gaining emotional control over myself. I'll get into a detail later, and actually I'm creating an episode of Father's Plight to share with you all what happened, the valuable lesson that I finally figured out. It took me years to learn this, but I now have control of the entire situation, and I have control over my entire self. I discovered how to deal with my narcissistic baby mother, and I have the key and I have the answer. I want to say to the fellas out there that reached out to me, that explained things to me, and that are hurting and going through the same exact thing I'm going through, except now my case is better, because what I realized and discovered is something I've had for a long time, but I didn't quite know how to utilize it. It's called a court order. That's right, fellas. It's called a court order. Once you get a court order, you have all the power. There's no need to go back and forth with this woman anymore. There's no need to argue with her anymore. I think what it was is, I learned in therapy that the reason why I went back and forth with her was because I was in disbelief. I could not believe this human being was doing this to me. I could not believe the lies that were being told on me. I could not believe the things that were being done to me. I could not believe the things that were being done to my children. She used the COVID-19 pandemic quarantine as a tool to keep my children away from me. And then she cut off all communication from me. So what I had to do was take a play out of her book. And I called the police and had a police escort me over there during my time that I was supposed to have my visitation. This ended up exploding in her face and working way towards my favor. Because I've been telling people for years, this is what I'm dealing with. She's a narcissist. She's a very nasty person. She doesn't take any responsibility or ownership for what she's done, not just to me, because yes, she's done it to me, but when you take kids away from a loving father, that's child abuse. That's child abuse. So every time she gets mad, she just feels as if she can change the court order and make it what she wants. However, I've learned that me or her or no one walking these American streets in the United States of America can change a court order but a judge. Remember that, fellas. No one can change a court order but a judge. And if anyone goes against this court order, they may find themselves in contempt because you know better than what you are doing, because it says this is the time that I'm supposed to have my kids. And then for you to just say, I'm not bringing the kids. I've learned, fellas, this is for my men out there and some of my women if you're paying attention. You love your children, but dealing with a narcissistic co-parent, literally treat it like a business partnership, or not even a partnership, a person in business that you have to deal with, and you be cut and dry. There are times I can show you, I'm going to prove it to you all. I have the paperwork to prove it. She'd make excuses as to why she couldn't bring the kids during this time, even though that was my court-ordered visitation time. I want to say straight up to her, and I want to say to everybody out there. No, I want to say this specifically to her, because she's my biggest fan. Believe me, her and her dad, her dad, mama, her sister, her brother, I don't care if don't nobody else watch my videos. The entire family on that side is watching my videos. So yes, I'm not sending you this message. However, when you do watch it, I want to say to you, thank you for showing me each and every part of who you are. Because now there will never be any negotiation between you and I. From this point on, you and me both will follow the court order. Remember that. Now here's a question I have for everybody out there, for my ladies, for my fellas. Did you meet somebody during the pandemic? Did you get you a Corona bae? If you did, share your story. Tell us about it. I would love for you to like, share, and subscribe and engage with me. I actually was lucky enough to have somebody very close to me and very intimate with me during this entire pandemic. It was just out of nowhere. And I mean, it just came out of nowhere. It just happened, you know. I met her a few weeks back. Corona hit, and she's just been such a magnificent friend. I mean, she's been an awesome person. And speaking of this being Motivational Mondays, I want to share with everybody something that really touched my soul. I've been acting. Acting has been my whole life. I've been an actor since I was 3 years old. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I told my mom at 3, look, I'm going to be on TV. This was nothing new for me. Stand-up comedy came along, and it was like a fish taking the water. I mean, I can get on stage 24 hours, 7 days a week, anywhere, and tell a joke 45 minutes an hour. I got it. I've been doing it for 20 plus years now. It's my niche. So acting, comedy, producing. That's even what I'm doing right now. Tune in, tell a friend, the Playboy Comedy Mr. Trey Love has been in, aka I Act Like a Comedian. This has been an episode of Motivational Mondays. Get up, get out, do something, man. Make this life happen. Don't let life happen to you. You happen to life.